There exists a kind of mind that does not rush with the crowd. It doesn't crave attention. It doesn't chase applause. While others drown in the noise of distraction, this mind watches in silence, still, precise, calculating. It doesn't react to the world. It studies it. Every glance, every tone, every flicker of emotion becomes data, a code waiting to be decoded. Most people live on the surface, where the water is warm and full of noise. But this mind sinks, down where it's dark and quiet, where truth hides. It's not loneliness that drives the deep thinker. It's the unbearable need to understand. This is not a mind made for comfort. It's a mind built for clarity. A mind that questions until it hurts, observes until it aches, and sees patterns no one else dares to look at. To most, that silence feels unsettling, but to the deep thinker, that silence is home. Deep thinkers experience the world through high-intensity sensory integration. Their minds absorb more data, the tremor in a voice, the flicker in an eye, the way silence changes shape in a room. Most people's brains filter. The deep thinker's brain connects. Every detail becomes part of a pattern, a living equation. That's why they seem calm in chaos, because their mind already mapped the storm before it began. It's a gift and a burden. Awareness is heavy when you carry it alone. The deep thinker's brain doesn't idle. Inside, the prefrontal cortex spins simulations, thousands of micro decisions, each tested, revised, optimized. Psychologists call this metacognition, thinking about thinking. You don't just form opinions, you audit them. You don't just make choices, you dissect them. Every idea becomes an experiment, every belief a hypothesis. And in that precision lies your power and your paralysis, because the more angles you see, the harder it becomes to choose just one. Thinking deeply comes with a cost. You feel deeply. Studies show that deep thinkers display longer limbic activation. Emotions linger longer. You don't just feel something and move on. You revisit it, analyze it, absorb its meaning until it transforms you. That's empathy, but it's also exhaustion. You carry echoes most people never hear, because while they chase distraction, you chase understanding. You can't stand easy answers. Psychologists call this low need for cognitive closure. Most minds crave certainty. Yours hungers for complexity. You would rather feel lost than lie to yourself with false peace. That's rare. That's dangerous. That's freedom. Because while others settle for what sounds right, you wait for what is right. Depth often creates distance. The same analytical wiring that grants insight disrupts automatic social flow. Small talk feels empty. You want to discuss mortality, memory, meaning, not weather. You crave resonance, not repetition. That's why crowded rooms feel lonelier than silence. You don't withdraw because you don't care. You withdraw because you do. The deep thinker lives between analysis and awe. The left hemisphere dissects reality. The right imagines beyond it. Logic and wonder coexist, forever pulling, never breaking. That's the birthplace of art, science, and revolution. You measure everything, yet still marvel at sunsets. That paradox isn't confusion, it's consciousness at its highest form. The deep thinker doesn't experience time, they bend it. 1 hour lost in thought feels like minutes. A careless comment can echo for days. The brain's temporal projection network loops past and future in constant dialogue. That's why you can't stop replaying, why you pre-live moments that haven't happened yet. It's a gift for foresight and a curse of memory. Every strength casts a shadow. The same empathy that heals can spiral into anxiety. The same imagination that enlightens can fabricate fear. Depth is beautiful, but heavy. You see how fragile everything really is and how beautiful that makes it. It's not cynicism, it's awareness. And awareness always comes with a price. But here's the paradox that keeps you human. For every time you fall too deep, you also rise with something priceless: clarity. You connect what others can't. You sense meaning in chaos. You don't just understand the world, you decode it. And that's why the world will never forget thinkers like you, even if it never understands you. You're not too much. You're simply more awake. You think, you feel, you notice. That's what depth really is. The courage to stay curious in a world terrified of silence. If you heard yourself in these words, it's because you are one of them. Don't hide your depth. Hone it. Because the world doesn't need more noise. It needs more minds brave enough to go deeper,